I want to welcome everyone here to Prophecy Snapshots, and I'm very excited about what we're going to be talking about. Now, I do want to tell you that if you have not seen the ones before this or need to catch up, don't do it on Facebook. Go to the church's website. There, under menu, you'll see prophecy, and you can see all of them in order. All right, we have been looking here at the four horsemen of the apocalypse. We saw how the Antichrist is going to come on the scene. He's going to tell the great lie. The world's going to think he's wonderful. He's going to help the Jews build their temple, and we've already talked about that. He's going to turn to the Muslims, and they're going to back them up and aid them in rebuilding Babylon, the New York City of the world. So he's going to bring a 7-year peace pact. Now, we see there's many other things that are going to be happening, such as the fourth horseman of the apocalypse, this virus which is going to come, which will kill somewhere around 2 billion people all the way around the world. Okay, just remember, this is the good times. Now, they started the mark of the beast, but it is not a demand yet, this new financial system. All right, so what I want to do right now, I want to turn to Revelation chapter 13. Okay, Revelation 13, verse 3, it says, "In one of his heads," talk about the Antichrist, "appeared as though slaughtered to death, and its fatal wound has been healed. And the whole earth just was astonished, and they followed after the beast." Now, of course, the beast here, that is the Antichrist. And so what we see there is some sort of assassination attempt. Now, I want to let you know, I always go with the most modest views. The Bible doesn't say a lot about this, but something miraculous happens with the Antichrist. So what we can see is that he receives a wound. Somebody's tried to assassinate him. And then there is an unbelievable healing. Now, some people believe he actually dies. I'm not real sure about that. But if he doesn't do that, he goes to the point of death, and then he has this miraculous healing. So the world before thought he was the greatest man who ever lived, greatest leader, but now they believe that he is divine. Okay, now I want to go to another scene. Now, this is kind of long, but listen to this really closely here. This is Revelation chapter 12, verse 7. Now, right at this moment, at the time of his assassination, it says, "There was this war in heaven." Michael, that's the archangel, and his angels fought against the dragon, that's the devil. And the dragon and his angels fought back. So we have, remember, Satan used to be an angel of God, and one of the highest angels. Ran the music program there and worship for God. So him and his angels have a battle with Michael the archangel and their angels. You say, well, how could that be? Right to this very moment, the devil is permitted to come to a part of heaven. He can't go into heaven, but there's a place in which he could speak to God. And you remember Job, he went and accused that Job loved God for nothing and asked God he could tempt him. Okay, he still accuses believers before God at this place in heaven. So this battle now takes place. Now look down here, verse 8. And the devil, he did not prevail, nor was a place found for them any longer in heaven, meaning he now can't come back to heaven at all. And then it says, and the great dragon was thrown down to the ancient serpent, who is called the devil, and Satan knows all these different names, who deceives the whole world, and he was thrown down to the earth, and his angels were thrown down with him. Look down in verse 12. "Woe to the earth and to the sea, because the devil's coming down to you, having great anger, because he knows that he only has a little bit of time." So what we see here is that the devil now comes to the Antichrist, who's been greatly wounded, who's either just died or he is dying. And the devil enters into his body. So just so you understand, the Antichrist is a man from the devil, by human man, but he is not the devil. But right at this moment, 3.5 years, right in the middle of the tribulation, the devil himself enters into the Antichrist body. I mean, this is just horrific when you think about this. Now, I believe that this is the most important thing that any believer should be learning right now about prophecy. The second coming of Jesus Christ, the rapture of the church. We see all the signs of the times that are around us. And I just want to remind you, so you're not wasting your time on just stupid things that are out there. Today, everything we do should have eternal value.